guys, welcome to Craft Ed and my super cool ship skipper. What? Shipper?
Ed,
Oh, I always mess up trying to say something cool about your name, Skip.
Ed, forget it.
Well, my shipper skipper co-partner is here, and filling in for Rico this week is Paulie.
And
Paul,
it just the looks just got better. Just saying.
Yeah.
He should have lied and said you're actually Rico. You just shaved.
Yeah, but Rico just doesn't have the
Nope.
look.
What? But he might if he shaved it all off. He might be your identical twin since you're both originally, New Yorkers all kind of look the same.
No, but he does have some Italian in him, so I'll give him that.
Oh wow! I am not Italian, but my ancestors were probably slaves to the Romans.
Oh Jesus!
Let's not go there.
Well, the Goth army, oh well, who cares? I still think Italy's cool.
Yeah.
Well, tonight I've got a special, or I don't know if it's a special craft, but I'm making something that I've wanted to make forever, and I just never had an excuse or never a reason. And I won some cool shrimp on these guys. These guys do an auction one Saturday a month, and I won some blue shrimps, and I'm going to put them in this home. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. And then after I do this, I don't see any of the stuff or like people. Hopefully people are here watching. And thank you for coming, everybody. Okay, so
while you're doing that, shouldn't I? You want me to say the hellos?
Well, there's a lot of people in comments, so obviously somebody's watching.
So we got Fishy Hippie, Stephen White, and while Stephen White's there, thank you very much. You won this. You won this, and you gave it to Rico. Well, Rico wanted to give it to me. So it made it. I had to do some cosmetic work to it because you know how shipping is.
Did it break?
Yeah.
Yeah, it lost a finger.
It was two fingers fell off. But
I probably should have made you a new one, buddy. No, Nico attacked that one and broke its fingers off, and I glued them back. And then when I was packaging it up again, they broke again.
I fixed it.
I was so awesome.
I used.
He put a rod in it.
No, actually, I thought about drilling it and doing that, but I was like, no, I'll end up making it worse. All right, we got fish and things with Lando, Shady Grady, Xanadu, Monster Fish Gal, Caleb Shirley, how you doing? Uncle Smiley, we got the Scotty Fish Freak. We also have Jenny Lynn, how you doing? Let's see, Merrick T, hello. Flatbed and Cowboy One's here. That's the first time for me for that name. Benjamin Peters, and thank you for saying happy birthday. We got Dennis Christensen, Outside in Aquatics. Dee Dee, also thank you for saying happy birthday, which was, yesterday. Yeah. Here, I was thinking it was the 31st already. Big Steve, how you doing? D-Rock. 4130. We got the
413.
Nathan Have, John McKenzie, Jeff Cain's here, Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Oink Master Supreme, how you doing? L Fish, Night Owl Aquatics, hello. Alka Garden Zen, and I'll actually be talking about Night Owl on the next stream. Coro Works. And FishFam.link is bringing up current viewers right now, and I am at the bottom.
Awesome. My Uncle Bruce, I know it for a fact, is watching because he was just talking to my mom on the phone. And to be able to see us for 2 hours straight, we go straight into Skipper's show, the nocturnal feeding, right after this. So Uncle Bruce, if you want to hang out longer with us, it'd be awesome, and everybody else. And this project is going to take a few days that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be working on it on Skipper's also. But I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to show these photos, and I want to do where the land connects to the back of the tank. And I've always thought these are really neat type of deals. There's a guy on Etsy that sells this one for $165. Or one, it's not maybe that one, but one very similar as he's always making. But the goal is to make. I'm going to make like the roots or the stalactites going down, and in the top, I'm going to put moss over it, and I'm going to put wood that I've got that and make it look like like an old marsh or something, like an abandoned forest. Like, so that's my goal. Have either one of you guys ever done anything like this?
No.
Well, I thought it would be neat to have all that stuff hanging down because I'm going to put those Blue Dream, or I don't know if they're Blue Dreams or Jades or what they were called. Not Jade, but what type of blue fish they were. Blue Diamonds or whatever. But I just thought they would look pretty crawling up and down on those stalactites.
They were Blue Diamonds.
Blue Diamonds. Okay.
You got a 24-month membership milestone from the Zen Ginger.
Right. That's 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years, and howdy Ed and Peeps. And I don't understand what that word was. Irma Herd? What? Meg Herd. I don't know. But that's from Zenny. Hello, Zenny.
Thank you, Zen. Now, I showed you guys this stuff last week. I'm going to try using this instead of egg crate, and it's more of a rubber than a hard plastic. So I got this on Amazon. There, you get 10 pieces for like $7, and they actually snap together. So you can make any size that you want because they they snap together, but I can't do it. I might have to put my glass.
I seen the holes.
Yeah, I can't see the holes. Okay, now I can see the holes. But maybe it would help if I had them both go in the right direction.
That's a plan. That sounds like a plan, Ed.
Well, somehow they fit together. They got the little slot right there, and then it fits into the little hole here. Oh. Darn it.
You can make dividers.
You guys are going to have to believe me on this.
No, I believe you, but you can make dividers out of that too if you needed to.
Yeah, I love egg crate. There it goes. Okay, I was going the wrong direction. But, so, I mean, now you got a long piece. And it comes with like 8 of these things. So this is 2. So you can basically make one panel of egg crate. But it's just egg crate's so brittle. I made a filter probably been almost 4 or 5 months ago. I made a filter that I want to have moss on and have spill water over it. But I dropped it downstairs and shattered the egg crate. So I've been like needing to replace it. So now I can finally put this in, and it's already black on top of it. So I didn't have to paint it. So this is really neat stuff. And I probably should get the link so you guys can see where to find it on Amazon. But I didn't.
Why not?
I think just look up black egg crate and maybe it'll come up. I don't know.
Oh,
are you finding it?
I'll look it up.
And this is what my old go-to was for egg crate, is I used to put the needle nose in between and break. Well, that still works. So I still might do the old reliable pop-up or pop-out. So what I'm going to try to do is I want it to go flat in the corner, and then I'm going to kind of make it look like it's organic coming out. I don't know. I think I really like the chopper.
You got the skinny one, right? The skinny.
What does that mean?
There's so many different ones I'm looking at here.
Oh, I don't know.
But there's a 6. You got a 6-piece?
I think I got an 8-piece.
Oh, well, the one I'm looking at, 6-piece. It's not $10. It's not bad.
No, I think mine though was like 7 or something. But it might just be what day you get lucky to find it too. I don't know.
It's interesting.
It's really neat stuff because it's not total rubbery, but it's so much easier to work with in egg crate.
It's not as brittle.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And that's the pain with the egg crate. I used egg crate at my on my aquascape at the Clash last year when Skipper was running it. I made a cave where I balanced sand on it, and I thought it was pretty cool. But I would have rather have used this stuff.
Hey Ed, I think that would be a much more exciting video if you use your little portable chainsaw.
Hey, sweet man. I don't care who you are.
It'd probably be a little too loud for this one.
That's all right. It's late night television.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm going to make it a little thinner on this end because I really want a neat stalactite right at the edge, like growing off of it.
Oh, I got to give Geek Boy some props. I didn't get a chance to. I could only stop in because I wasn't home for Foxy stream, but he was up on panel and he was on that unicycle thing, that one wheel electric thing.
Electric one?
Yeah, I'd fall on my butt. Just saying.
Is that before or after you had a bourbon?
Both.
Just confirming.
Speaking of that.
Yes.
That was my birthday gift. Some bullet.
Oh. And happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to try something new today. I investigated other types of the polyclay oven bake. And this stuff, well, all of the oven bakes are supposed to be aquatic safe that I've read. And the trick is, though, is you just can't mix them all together because they have different bake times and different densities. But this one has the same bake time as Sculpey. And I'm just going to show you the price range. Black Sculpey, a half pound, is $13.99. 1 pound of this stuff is $17.99. So I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. If we had Geek Boy, I probably should have invited Geek Boy up here just to do math for us. But that's a bigger savings.
Yeah.
Can you do math, Paul?
Sometimes.
Well, if you can do it, figure it out. If you can't, no problem.
Well, no. What did you say the other stuff was? $13.99. So
don't you say
The sculpture is
14
$27 a pound.
Yeah, or actually, let's say 28.
Okay, 28.
You're
So
saving
$28.
$11.
So you're saving
And this
10
one's
bucks.
18.
So you're saving
You're
10 bucks.
saving $10. Wow. And then this week, the clay is 40% off at Hobby Lobby. Nice cup. At Hobby Lobby, it's 40% off. So I paid like $10 for a pound of black clay, which is really cool. Now I bought a pound of gray clay, which was $20.99, but 40% off, so that's $8.50 off. And then this ugly brown was $11.99, 40% off. But I hate this brown. It's almost a reddish brown. So we're
You
gonna
make bricks
mix.
out of it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all.
But we're gonna mix black with this and try to darken it up. And then I'm gonna mix it with the gray, and I'm gonna try to make striations through the stalactites.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
see what this clay. Oh boy. Well, I don't like that. It was actually ripped open at one end. I don't know if that happened on my side or at the store. I don't feel any like dried out area.
So Geek Boy says Geek doesn't do math. He got computers for that stupid stuff. How about it?
I figured out something yesterday. I figured out how to send my logo over an email.
Damn.
I had no idea that I could do that, and I did it.
Ed, you're amazing.
Okay. Because it's hard to mix stuff, I'm going to start with this much and then add it to the other one as it goes.
You could with that black stuff, you can make BB's Blackbeard algae out of it.
I could try. It might be hard to do. Oh, what's this? You want me to pop this up and share it?
Go ahead, Ed.
I can't.
Sure. Yeah, I like it.
That's for Skipper's birthday. Skipper, you kick off the summer.
Well, I wish.
Did you go out and eat anywhere fun?
Actually, no. I just stayed home, had a fire, hung out with the family. I bought a pellet smoker grill, and I made good food on it. Best
That's
investment
awesome.
ever.
Well, I have one relative left here at the house. My niece Margot is still here, and I think she leaves tomorrow. So it's going to be a quiet house. But I had a whole family here. It was a lot of fun. Lots of relatives. My brother was here, and my youngest nephew, graduated high school. You know, those kids ain't right anymore. You know what the boys were doing? We went outside because we have like bonfires and stuff out there, and the kids are all out there. They were shooting each other with a airsoft gun, but they would put it up against their sternum, and they all shot each other in the sternum, and then in the armpit and the back of the head.
Sounds like fun, Ed.
That sounds dumb as hell.
I'm glad I'm not a kid anymore for that reason. Because I don't think I'd be a very cool kid. Wow. Look at the black, though. Before I put fish in, I'm going to see if this black comes out. Because that's a lot of black.
Yeah, but you would think
coming
whenever
off
you
this.
bake it, it's going to go away.
I don't know if the dye does. I think it's the chemicals that harden or keep it soft. Because it's like they take PVP scrap and then mix it with chemicals that you bake out. And that's why it's basically plastic that you're putting in your tank. But I am going to put another half a pound of clay into it too, which will pull some of the the coloration out. But look at the striation just in this. That's pretty cool.
Now, is that stuff hard to work with? Like, is it really hard to get it to knead like that?
At first it is because it's kind of cold, and the more you knead it, the softer it gets because it's like warming up. And I don't know if it's just friction of it being stretched. I don't know. I've never made taffy. Does it get softer as you stretch it?
That's a loaded question.
It is very loaded.
Well, I don't know. Hey, Paul, do you live anywhere near, oh man, a fancy place that people like to go for vacationing? Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. It's not fancy, but it's Myrtle Beach.
Well, my mom and dad were at Myrtle Beach a couple weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
And it was really, really cold.
Uh-huh.
And they said there were snowflakes when they went outside to look at the.
No.
I don't know.
There's been no snow here since the last time we got even a hint of snow was 2017.
Well, it was just snowflakes, but they just couldn't believe it.
Ed, it's been pushing 90 every day for the last month and a half.
Well, they were freezing.
Right.
They didn't bring jackets or anything. I'll ask. I could call my. Hey, Dad.
What's up, Kenny?
When did you go to Myrtle Beach? He's watching hockey right now. He says it was a week and a half ago. How cold was it? This is entertaining. My dad's thinking about the temperature now.
I know the temperatures, but we sure didn't prepare for it. We didn't have any coats or sweatshirts. And we were on the 7th floor. And at one point when it was raining like
Here, come on over here. My dad's going to say.
We can hear him.
Paul, you tell him. You guys can hear my dad?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to tell you, you may not believe it, but we were on the 7th floor, and one day when we were there, well, it was raining slightly or misting and so on. And I swear there were snowflakes coming down. And I got the other crew out there to verify it. And so my wife saw it and my son-in-law saw it. And I think my daughter saw it. But it was just a little bit.
See,
and
he lives there.
Oh, yeah.
And he hasn't seen it flake at all.
Oh, well, on the 7th floor, I don't know what that is.
By the ocean?
70 feet up or something.
Wait, he can't hear you. What did you just say, Paul?
Oh.
Were you on the ocean?
Were you on the ocean?
Yes.
You probably, and it was raining?
Yes. He asked if it's raining.
Oh, yeah.
That's, yeah.
Misting.
You're at the ocean in what, May?
Thank you, Dad. Yeah.
But no snow. It could have been just sand in the air or something blown off the beach. But we haven't, there's been no snow in the forecast here for several years.
Well, I couldn't believe that they didn't go and get jackets anymore.
Well, that I won't. You by the ocean, and if it's if you get rain coming off the ocean, I don't care if it's August, it can get nasty by the ocean.
Well, I mean, they were overlooking the ocean.
Yeah.
But it was so cold. I couldn't believe that my sister didn't let them go to like a thrift shop and get a jacket.
Oh yeah.
They get older and they get colder.
Yep. That'll happen.
Yeah.
Well, with that wind blowing, it could be blowing all kinds of stuff up.
Yeah.
Maybe it could have even been like a surf.
Could have
like
been.
a foam.
Yeah, that foam.
Man, this black really is turning this black. I mean, that's not brown at all.
No, it's
That's
taking out the brown.
It kind of looks cool this direction. It looks like it has like a fudge filling.
Yeah. But maybe you want to quit mixing it up and just go with it as it is.
Yeah. Maybe I should just start making little stalactites from it. I thought I should have put just half that black in there. So that's a full pound of brown in about a third pound of black. But I mean, you can see how all that black just. I've never used this stuff before. I probably should have just used this black.
Here you go, Ed. This
Oh,
is
well.
for you.
Oh, I didn't see something new.
This is for you.
Oh, it's Bucky. He doesn't do anything bad, does he?
Well, I turned the sound off. We don't
Okay.
we don't want you to lose your funding.
Oh, I forgot to monetize my show.
Ah, shit.
That's $1.25 I'm losing out on.
I'll tell you, Ed. I don't know where you'd be
Thanks,
without
Paul.
me.
Well, I should. Skipper, quick. Read something that somebody's saying while I go and monetize myself. Does anybody have an amazing
let's
question?
see here. No, nobody's put any questions in there yet. But one of the questions I do have is, what size tank is it going in?
I'm going to put it in my scape tank from last year
Okay.
at the Aqua or at the Clash. I'm going to put it in that one because I didn't like mine, and I used the wood I used for my scape. I put in with my little plecos that I've got because it has lots of holes in it, so the plecos could hide in the wood. And I thought it'd be cool, but it was the main piece of my thing. So I don't have anything to put in my scape. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, YouTube Studios. But yeah, so that's the goal, is to put it in there, and then it's going to be right next to me. And so it'll be right on my left-hand shoulder once I finally go public in my room again. And hopefully that'll be very soon. So, Paul, do you have any plans for this summer? Like, are you going to go anywhere or do anything special?
We may be going to Italy in the fall.
Oh my God!
Not quite sure yet. We family things need to be sorted, but we'd like to try and go away for about 3 weeks because I have family there. So
Do you speak Italian?
I used to when I was a kid, not anymore. And it takes me a while. I got to pick it up again. The thing with Italian, when you a native speaking Italian, when they talk, especially if they speed up, it sounds like they're singing because every word in Italian ends in a vowel. So everything kind of like gloms together. So you have to actually listen to what they're saying. So basically, it takes me about 3 or 4 days of listening to them before I start picking up words again.
I get it.
Oh, hey, it's time for the PSA.
Oh,
Yo, Whip.
Hello,
today's PS. Hey, Whip. Oh, is Whip going tomorrow?
I don't know. Ask him. Whip, you going
Oh,
tomorrow?
Whip. If Whip is going tomorrow, you can see me there from 10 to 11, I think, Eastern, and I'll be working on this project. But I lost one of my dear friends, and I mean, she's a friend of a lot of ours, and it was Patty this week. I guess it was last week, but it hasn't come all the way around to my show yet. So I wanted to play her PSA again. Of course, now I have to find it.
It was Saturday.
Yeah.
So now that Patty's gone, we're going to need somebody to take over the sharp
Tough guy?
comment, the tough guy comments.
Well, this is in memory of Patty, and I really hope this is Patty's PSA.
Losers never win. So start out with style.
Are you okay, honey?
That was for Patty.
Whip is not streaming tomorrow. He has to work. That was
Bummer.
falling on his face.
Geek Boy says it takes him 3 to 4 days to understand people when he goes back to North Kakalaki. Yeah, it's about right.
Yeah.
So, you see the texture I'm doing? All I'm doing is I'm squeezing an old paper towel on it, so it's not going to be smooth. So it's going to be rough. I don't know. Here, I'll make me big.
While you're doing that, you got a membership milestone from Oinky for everybody in the chat and on the panel. Ever keep the orange saddle sumo loach? No, I have not.
And I have a short on those, but I have not had one. They're cute little guys, though. I do think they're neat.
You got to watch Loach's Bite.
You don't like to watch them?
No, well, no. I was moving a yo-yo loach from one tank to another, and it went into an Episto hut. So I took the Episto hut, walked it over to the other tank, started dumping it in. Little bastard whipped around and bit me on the thumb.
Oh my god! Do they have teeth or?
Well, he had something. Well, they have to have something. They break up snail shells.
Yep.
So.
Wow. I have let's see, what loaches do I have? I've got yo-yo, zebra, gold. I think those are all the loaches I have right now. Oh, we lost Skipper.
Well, he's celebrating his birthday. He'll be back. Ed?
Yes, sir.
That kind of looks suggestive.
Oh, there he is. That was fast.
Well,
there he is.
I moved my computer a little bit, and it's time for a new camera soon, probably.
Do you have any loaches, Skipper?
No, but I have had the Cooley loach before. Oh my, that was years ago. That's the only loach I've ever had. Yeah.
I have them in with my most of them I have with my Cory tank because they just seem to be a lot like Corys. You know, they all like to run around together.
Mm-hmm. They're hyper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Loaches are very hyper. I put a couple of them in one of my Episto tanks because all of a sudden I got this explosion of pest snails. And these loaches are like nonstop. Energize a bunny in the fish world.
The worst thing I ever did with a loach, and it was something I did on the show, was I made a fish trap because this loach was on the top tank up on my shelf, so I had to get up on a ladder, but I couldn't reach into the very back of it because it was long-wise. And so I thought I'd make a fish trap and load it with a bunch of bloodworms for the loach to eat. And I left it there, and I thought I'd catch him right away, and I didn't. So I left it overnight, and I caught every single one of my endlers, and they all died. But the loach went in there and ate all the bloodworms and came out of the trap. So I don't know, maybe the loach maybe even killed a couple of them, and then it created a pneumonia spike in the trap. But those were my Monte Carlo endlers, so they were probably my most expensive endler I had. What a bummer. So yeah, fish traps work. Just keep an eye on them. Wow. Like I made a fish trap once before, and I was trying to catch, I think, loaches in my 120 gallon, and I put it in there, and I caught mollies instantly. So I had to take it out because I was going to fill it up with all my stupid mollies. Oh, I need to.
Yeah, you got to show
this.
your stuff
Look.
there, right? Nobody wants to see your face.
I know.
I'm watching a Barbados with a piece of a bloodworm sticking out of its gill.
Oh. Did the other ones go after him to try to get it out?
Not yet.
Boy, I tell you, my rainbows that Lumpy Dog gave me are just looking amazing. They are super cool. I really enjoy those things a lot. I got to get the green spotted Severin to Bob Kaler, and then I'm going to put those guys in my 200. And then I'm going to buy some Congo Tetras and put them in the tank that they're in to quarantine them up. And I'm going to have the Congos and Congo Tetras and those
There is a question.
pretty rainbows.
Caleb Shirley has a question about an easy care for fish species is less aggressive for a 75-gallon tank, possibly planted.
If you want really non-aggressive fish, can't beat rainbows.
I would get.
Oh,
There's so many.
much fun.
There's so many different tetras out there in different sizes. If for a 75, you can get some pretty cool ones that are bigger. I've always thought about getting a bunch of them. I've seen quite a few of them on sale on the Band app, but if you don't know how to do that, you know what I mean. But there's so many different types of fish you can put in there that's less aggressive. But if you want it to be a bigger size, I would go with a tetra.
Yeah, like the Congos are neat too.
Mm-hmm.
They're real pretty. And then what are the Cuban, or are they called red blue Cubans or blue Colombians?
Columbia.
The Colombian blue. Yeah, those guys are pretty neat looking.
I keep them in my discus tank.
Nuts. How big are they in there?
The older ones are probably, I want to say about 1.25 inches, but they're high-bodied fish, so they're about that big and about the same high at the top of their back. So they're high-bodied fish. So and they color up nice. The other fish you can put in there, if in a 75, which would look really good, are Denison barbs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're fabulous fish. They don't bother anybody. They just scoot around all over the place. You know, the doctor doesn't like the fact that I keep them in with my discus.
Well, that's okay.
Well, I have 5. Unfortunately, the discus that I got off of him, I don't know if it's me because of stuff that's been going on, but I only got 5 left. And I need to move rainbows down to a bigger tank, and I was thinking about putting them in there with it, but
They'll work. You can do it. You just got to make sure. Now, Skip, how hot is that tank?
almost 80.
That's why you're losing the discus. You got them small. They want to be at 84.
Yeah.
They want to be discus. You got to keep them hot. Once they get,
it was the feeding thing too.
yeah. Well, once they're below 80 degrees, they get sick fast. They need warm water. I mean, they can stay there for a little bit, but they can't be consistently below in the mid 80s. They don't thrive, especially when they're smaller. And then, speaking of discus, I've had 2 shipments go bad on me.
Oh,
Yeah, well, my regular discus supplier, I just, I instead of me going down to Myrtle Beach and picking them up, I had them shipped.
oh, you could have went on my mom and dad.
FedEx is not doing this guy any favors. I'm sorry. The stuff, the one,
Yeah,
the
but
one.
you're saying that because you're a UPS man.
No, it doesn't matter. It's just he's admitted it that he's having problems with FedEx down there. They're just canceling flights out of Myrtle Beach left and right, and then he's got all his fish sitting on the tarmac that he's got to go pick up, bring them back to his shop, unpack them, and wait till he can ship them again.
And it's been so cold there.
But the first one, I opened the box, and 2. So I had 3 discus in there. 3 discus. 2 of them were just kind of like floating in the bag, like not doing anything. So I knew they were distressed. So I didn't even temperature acclimate them. I got them out of the bag. I opened the bag, and man, did that bag stink. It was a bad ammonia smell. I was able to save one, but the other one was basically dead fish walking, because he came out of the bag and died almost immediately. And then I got another delivery yesterday, and the bags were. I don't have a handheld thermometer, but I can tell when a bag is hot. These bags were over 90 degrees. So and they didn't come to my house until like 6 o'clock last night. So they're sitting in that FedEx truck cooking for 12 hours.
Huh.
That's rough.
I mean, the bags were hot. Not, it's like not warm. You felt that they were hot. I opened the box. As soon as I picked up the box, I said, shit, this is hot. I opened up the bag, the box, and I pulled the bags out, and the bags were literally hot. So it took about, I didn't want to dump them in my water because that's too much of a temperature change. It took about a half hour, 40 minutes for the temperatures to equalize between the bag and the tank. So, and then one came, I took one out, and one of them came out, and it was not a happy fish. The other 2 are fine, but it's, I don't know. I got to talk to the guy. He did not put ice packs in the box, which is not too smart this time of year.
It has been getting pretty hot, hasn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, we've been 90 degrees since middle of last week.
Well, it's 55 here right now. This week it went cold on us. It might get down into the 30s.
Holy cow! Well,
Out here.
I took my mom down to the city to get fresh fish for eating, and then we were going to swing. What?
What city? We got to qualify this. What city?
Chattanooga.
Okay, so that passes.
So we drove down there, and we forgot the coolers to put in the car. And when we got out of there, it was like so hot. I was planning on going by the pond place that's downtown and get some aquatic plants because I wanted to get some. I really want to get some. Oh gosh, the starts with M. That why not? I've been saying this thing all day long.
That's what happens when you get old, Ed.
When you put all the glass together, and you make art from it.
Melt.
Well, whatever.
Melt.
No.
Mix.
It's a really cool plant that I absolutely love. Here, I'll show a picture. Where's my stupid phone? Now I
Nico
don't
ate
even
it.
know where my phone is.
Nico's got it. Making PSAs.
He's- Nico's sleeping right next to me. He likes it up here because the windows are all open. Oh, there it is.
The one you're
Ah,
the one you're streaming on.
no, it's my telephone. Hopefully, when I look at it, I'll know exactly what it is. Come on, where are they? I was just showing my niece these photos today because she's really into plants. There it is.
Oh, Monasterio.
No,
No.
close.
Mosaic.
Mosaic. Yes, good job. Good job, Skip. I used to like making things with
I
mosaics.
tried that plant in my pond. No. I think you need a pond that's bigger than 20 gallons for that plant. Because I put it in a 20-gallon pond and it just, no.
It also needs a lot of light. I had it the first year I started tubbing, but then the second year I put covers over the tubs and it killed it all off. It was just too much shade just to have the netting over it. But I'm not netting anymore because I'm convinced that the only thing I really have to worry about is frogs here. So if I go out every morning and fish the frog eggs out, I'll be fine. Because I see dragonfly nymphs in the bottom of my tubs, but they're so small. They're about the size of my pinky nail. They're only going to kill some of the fry. They aren't big enough to kill the big guppies yet, because they take like 3 to 5 years to mature underwater. So I prefer to just go with the beauty, and I want lots of flowering and pretty plants now. And last year I didn't miss a beat, and I had pretty plants and got to see the flowers. So going back to that technique. Okay, so
I'm going to have to get that big one up and going because that water hyacinth's actually doing really good. It already started growing shoots with two offshoots from it. And now the water lettuce is doing it. So
All they need is heat.
Well, they had it. Well, of course,
all they need is heat for them to start. Oh, when I had my koi pond, I was constantly netting. I would put in 2 or 3 water lettuce at the beginning of the season. Within weeks, I'm netting stuff out and throwing it on the compost pile. It just
I was thinking about doing it.
Covers it all.
Rico, he asked me to go with try to do some of my water lettuce because I just do water lettuce inside. And he was trying to get me to do it this year outside. So I thought I'd try to do some water lettuce also. And water hyacinth is my go-to.
I'll tell you,
I love it.
Those 2 plants are great filtration. They cleaned up a lot of crap out of that pond.
One of the things I had an issue with last year was, I messed up. I didn't take frog bit out whenever I should, and it just took over so many roots and it choked the fish out and killed them. But I ended up at the beginning was that it's algae, but it looked like it was a slime on the sides.
Oh, cyno.
Oh yeah, blue-green algae.
Blue-green.
Well, that's the same thing. It's the cyno
bacteria.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's blue-green algae.
I looked it up. It's very common for ponds, but I don't know. It's doing really good right now, so I don't have to worry about it.
Cyanobacteria.
Yeah, I think the water hyacinth, that water lettuce is keeping that at bay, sucking the nutrients out of the water. Plus, I got moss in there, some anacris. So
this
Coral works about discus heat.
Coral,
the discus do need warm water, but like mid 80s is where you should keep them. When you're talking 90s, that's hot for even discus. So that'll stress them out. But that mid 80s, 82 to 86 degrees is like a sweet spot for them. 82 is actually cold.
I'm taking this gray back to the store. It is all dried out and it's hard as a rock.
Well, it looks like you tried to take a couple of bites out of it, Ed.
Yeah, well, I broke it apart and it's just nasty and hard. I can't do anything with this gray. Taking that back tomorrow and I'm going to buy some more. So I'm just going to I was going to add some gray striations, but I'm not going to be able to mix that in. So I'm just going to make more black ones and just fill them in the back. So I'll just put the pretty striations in the front. Because, I mean, without light under there, probably not going to notice anyway. Let me just go back. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing, because I really think it'll be fun seeing those blue shrimp crawling all over this thing.
Well, definitely make the color pop because you'll be able to see them.
I'll have to use my black gravel or something. What type of substrates do you guys use for your shrimp? Do you guys use the good stuff or just use anything or what's up?
The only good.
I use the pool filter sand, but I was thinking about there's a gravel that I found whenever I went to Connecticut. It's upstairs. I have to show it on the next stream, but it's really fine to where it's almost like gravel, but it's not. It's a stone or sand, but it's stone. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I only have shrimp in that planted bowl. So there's potting soil, and then I just put the gravel that I use in my fish tanks. It's a fine gravel. It's probably the same stuff that Skip's talking about. It's Midnight Pearl. It's from New Zealand. It's not black.
Oh,
It's not black. It's grays and purples and some whites, and so it's a mixed gravel, but it's very fine. And the shrimp seem fine with it. They're reproducing in there, so they must be something.
yep.
But they're always
That's
scavenging. If you use like the regular aquarium fish gravel, they'll be fine. You know, you got so many different colors of that stuff that you get from Petco or whatnot. It's fine, but I have them in a tank over here that's the small size gravel, not the big ones. Like that size or whatever.
Uh-huh.
That
Really
other
fresh coral?
No, I actually don't have it in there. What I do is every time I do a water change, I use Shrimp Envy's KHGH powder stuff to bring that back because I got such soft water that I have to do that. If not, they'll just die. But on the other hand, in this tank over here, I don't do that, and they're all still living and have babies. So
That's cool.
but I have, I don't think I had. No, I did not. Come to think of it, I didn't. Yeah, there's no aragonite.
Well, I've got some black gravel that's just in a 5-gallon bucket that I could use. I'm trying to think what other blacks I have. I don't know if I have any other black or real dark substrates. I've got
This is what I've been using.
gravel. What's that, sir?
This is what I've been
Oh.
using.
We lost Skipper for a second.
I bumped that damn cord.
Let me. Oh. I saw that at my local fish store a few years back.
Ed, if you're going to go gravel, it's a great gravel. You don't have to worry about your quarries losing their barbels on it. It's nice, small, rounded gravel. You know, plants take to it. They root well in it.
Yeah.
So I've been happy with it. I basically, since I found it, I've used this in all my tanks. So
That's pretty much what it is. Same color and everything.
yeah.
They just must have got it in bulk, and I had to get it. I just thought it was pretty neat.
It's a nice
I
fine
think
gravel. You know, like I said, if you're planting in it, it holds the roots really well. So for me, it works. I'm not a fan of sand. I don't use any sand in my tanks. So it's just a preference. It's like anything else in this hobby, it's a preference. But for me, this thing works.
That's cool. Oh, where do you get it?
Well, you see it on Amazon. Actually, they were at the company. What is this? Aqua Naturals. They were at the AGA. So,
Oh, nice.
and I told them, so they had a nice display, and yeah, it works. It just works. It's a little on the expensive side, but you could always put something underneath it that's cheaper and use that to dress the top. But like I said,
Well,
if you got quarries, they don't wear their barbels down on this stuff.
I think I have a bigger bag of it of just gray and black.
Yeah, they've
There's
got
more
several
gray than black.
varieties. This is just the one I actually found it in PetSmart. When I went in there one time, I found it in PetSmart, but unless PetSmart has it on sale, you're not buying it there. It's not cheap there. So
Does this have a price tag on it over
well,
here?
this is
15 something.
15,
For a 10-pound bag.
67. This is a 10-pound bag. I usually get the 20-pound bag, and it's about 20. You get it for about $25. The 20-pound bag, because
Nice.
So.
Well, I may just consider that too, because I could use a 20-gallon bag would fill up those 17-gallon tanks for this project.
Yeah.
20 pounds should fill it up.
Well, awesome. You know what? We are approaching the 1 hour mark where we head over to Skipper's channel. So I'm going to thank everybody. Let me pop us back up here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Be patient with me on this project because it's going to take a couple of weeks to make. But on Skipper's show, I'm going to throw all these in the oven, and we'll pull them out like halfway through Skipper's show, and then I'll maybe attach them to this thing during his show. We'll see how cool they get. But thank you to all my memberships. You guys really save my bacon on buying stuff like this. It really helps me a lot. And thank you for super chats, guys. Thank you for just hanging out and giving me a like and subbing. And if you're here by mistake and you watch this long, you might as well just sub. And if you never want to see me again, don't hit the little bell. But if you sub, it'd be amazing. And thank you, Paul, for coming up and hanging out with us this hour. And we're going to go over to Skipper, thank you for being awesome. So, guys, let's all head over to Skipper's. Do we have a link? I never once popped my chat, so I never even saw a single word a person said. I'm so sorry, folks.
Ed, don't worry about it. They said nothing good about you.
I see Kalish said Jeff. That's the first thing I've read tonight. So, but is there a link to Skipper's thing? We got to figure out how to do the auto member or the auto send one of these days. Skipper, if I have to make you an ambassador or whatever, could you just figure it out? You'll have to tell me how to make you an ambassador too. But okay, there it is. Thanks, Skip. We'll see
Thank
y'all
you.
there. Oh, and you know what? We have one more thing to say.